To the program. Mike is here. Amy's here. Hello, Ames. How are you?
I'm good, Mike. How are you?
Good. I always forget. I have two jobs. Two. Okay. Looks like we're good. Ron loaded our videos. We're good.
Good.
My two jobs are to make sure the little one's not online. He's not here, so we don't have to worry about that today. And make sure our stuff is loaded.
Yeah.
So we're good. How's your day going?
Oh, it's going well, Mike. How's yours?
Swimmingly. I just I'm trying to work on getting the Binks to go into Pazul without Day having to really get in there.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, we're going, we're not going. We're going, we're not going. I'm like, I got a foot in the Pazul. That's good enough. Go swim.
She needs you to be like all the way in.
I tricked her and she swam a bunch with me just sitting on the edge.
Oh, that's
it was
good.
Yeah, it was coming up to showtime, so I was like, I don't want to go get a bathing suit on, and I don't want to go skinny dipping right now. Like all of that was out the window. So, but I tricked her into going in, and she had some fun, and so that was kind of cool. Yeah, I'm working on it. If I could get her, honestly, like I just come out middle of the day and she's doing laps, win. Like that's awesome. She can go whenever she wants.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, lot going on. Did I hear we're not doing your interview tomorrow that we promoted yesterday?
Well, we're not, Mike, but it's my fault. He wanted to go earlier, and I have meetings. I have meetings because I have a job.
Yes, that's fine. So
we're gonna do it a different day, but I'm just waiting for him to respond with when.
Yeah. Okay, well, just want to let people know. I know there's quite a few people that listen because of you and are very interested in that.
Yes.
And interested in this guy,
Aiden.
Aiden, sorry.
No,
I can't. It's the Turtle Boy part. It just gets me. It just gets me,
I mean, I would have to imagine, and maybe we can ask him this, but I would have to imagine if he were able to foresee that he was going to like become this national story through Karen Reed, maybe he wouldn't have named himself Turtle Boy at the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it would have been, but now he's like stuck with it. It's like,
Yeah. No, this would be the same thing. I'm not picking on anybody, but if Charlie LaDuff was like Chicken Boy, it would be a problem, for me. I'd just be like, nah, Charlie. So we got Chicken Boy on the line. No.
What's the fist? What's the
Pride of Detroit?
What's like a popular Detroit landmark? Because that's kind of where he got the name. There's like
Joe
a Turtle
Louis
Boy
fist. You've got the Pride of Detroit. You've got Radio for One Studios used to be there. Like there's a few landmarks.
That'd be like Charlie going by like, the fist or something like that. Like just be like, why are you fucking named the Fist? That's weird.
Yeah, exactly. So anyways, we'll still do it. I'm still looking forward to that.
Yes, we for sure will.
Just gives me more prep time. So anyways, a lot going on today. They the Senate passed the big beautiful bill.
Yes.
I wonder how much this changes before, because it's never done. It's not as bad as Canada is with their stuff, but it'll go before the House now. But since there were any changes made to it, since the Senate had some changes, they can't just sign it in. It's got to go for approval now. Do you have any strong thoughts either way on this? It's like the whole thing about the big beautiful bill. It's hard to cut through the garbage.
I'm not a big fan of any type of like huge bill. I don't think that that's the way to do things. I think you have to just do little projects. Like I don't love the whole let's throw everything into one big giant bill, because that's when you end up getting, like you're funding, midgets doing, somersaults in Paraguay or something. Like that's how that happens.
Yeah, I think this is a different dude than normal, and he's a get stuff done guy. That's what he's known for. Even back in the day, Jay and I used to talk about it. Like he wants to just check shit off the list get it done, move on to the next thing,
Yeah.
move this thing down the road. And so kind of makes sense for him, like stuff everything in there. There were some 100% of the Democrats think the sky's falling, the world's ending, of course, because Trump is getting this through. There were a few Republican defections. Rand Paul, little Rand Paul and his perm, not on board. Susan Collins, Tom Tillis voted against.
I kind of like Rand Paul.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah, he was baller on COVID.
Yeah.
He really was, and you can't forget that.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys all have their pluses and their minuses. Rand Paul seems like a very, like, he believes what he believes and he sticks to it.
Yeah.
And that's cool. I'm just fine with that. That's all you could ask of these guys. I don't think we have to align with them on everything, but don't be full of shit. And Rand Paul definitely is someone who stands up for what he believes and fights for that. And again, he was an all-star during COVID,
Yeah,
and was trashed for that. So we don't forget stuff like that.
Never forget.
No, never forget. So J.D. Vance had to come in and do the tie-breaking vote, 51-50. I hate stuff like that. 51-50 is kind of cool because of Van Halen. But other than that, I wish there was more unity on something, like find the good in it.
But that's what I mean. Like when you have a big, giant, beautiful bill, you are not going to get everybody to agree on it because some dickhead put in something for their state that you are not, you don't want to vote on. So that's what I mean when it's like, if he would just do separate bills that like focused on like smaller amounts of things is kind of what I'm saying. Because I feel like that's when you get generally more support because, there's somebody that on both sides, there's somebody who probably voted no. There's something in there that they probably would have voted yes for. So if you consolidate it down and you have more little bills instead of one big, beautiful bill, I think you have more unity. But this, is a thing where you have the votes, right? And so it doesn't matter. So you get it done. And I get it, but I don't think that's just not the kind of governing that I think is efficient. I understand why they're doing it, and I understand both sides do it. I mean, this isn't anything new, but I don't like things getting done that way. I think it's inefficient.
I honestly, the only thing I look at different with this is the guy that's in charge of it, the guy that's putting this forth. He's been right about an awful lot. He's been right over and over.
But do you think he sat and read every fucking part of that bill?
No, but his point is, he said, for all cost-cutting Republicans, of which I am one, remember, you still have to get reelected. Don't go too crazy. We will make it all up times 10 with growth more than ever before. So he has a philosophy on this that I'm going to have this economy humming so much that this is going to be mouse nuts in the rearview mirror, right?
Mouse nuts.
Yeah, that's a saying my brother says all the time. Dude, it's mouse nuts. Who cares? It's fucking. Don't worry about it. So that's kind of what he's sticking with. Now we'll see if this was a bill put forth historically speaking with Republicans, Democrats. I would be like, yeah, I don't know what you guys are up to, but I don't trust any of you. It's just more pork shit and stuff. So we'll see. I'm at the point of like, the economy's kind of kicking ass right now. Gas prices are kind of kicking ass right now. The things he's been talking about, the border, Iran, like he's just winning every fucking day. And it's like, he kind of sees things and we'll see. I'm just not ready to be like, it's over. This is bullshit. Yep. See, you just want to let it. I'm just not that guy. Yeah. So we'll see. And if he's right yet again, and I was telling G the other day, the unfortunate thing is this guy almost has to bat 1,000, right?
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have any room for getting one of these wrong, getting something wrong. He took a big swing and a miss with Iran. Can't get it wrong. Can't do it.
Yeah. What's going on over there these days?
Yeah. It's kind of quiet, isn't it?
Is it still there? I don't know.
Yeah, it's still there. They don't want anyone in Iran getting to the outside world and hearing what's going on. They've made it illegal to have Starlink. And so they don't want the internet. They don't want people coming in going, so they're just great going on TV and being like, we are great. We kicked the ass of everybody. Here is short video of us bombing everybody. And then show their little pew-pews going up and launching and then being like, we win. And it's like, they don't, we killed Israel there. America had
Israel's
to come in.
Gone.
Israel's gone and America is tiny, wee, nothing anymore. We have great parade outside.
Mouse nuts.
Yeah, this was way easier than we even thought. They don't want people hearing from the outside world, much like North Korea, doesn't want the outside world. And so it's like a huge crime punishable by years and flogging, by the way. Public floggings.
Flogging?
Yeah.
Public floggings.
Public flogging. So get you out there and they'll whip you.
Who does the flogging?
I don't know. Probably some dude, hairy guy. Yeah. So they'll just line you up and flog you if you're trying to get out to the connected world so much and really see what's going on. I think that's what it's about. But yeah,
I don't mean to derail the conversation at all, but I'm going to briefly. If you were on death row, or if you committed like a crime, let's say like you're Brian Koberger, for example, and it was either the death penalty or spend the rest of your life in jail. Which one would you take?
Death penalty all day.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. It's not even up for debate. They do
I'm trying to figure out, like, what is the benefit of just living in jail?
What made you go there in the middle of a conversation? Hold on a second. In the middle of a conversation going one way.
I can tell you.
No, you're going to have to explain.
I'm going to.
How you
I can draw for you the exact line that went from what we were talking about to my thought process.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
You were talking about public flogging.
Uh-huh.
Then I started thinking about firing squads and because when I said who does the flogging, then I thought, well, who does the firing squads? And then I thought, how would you want to die? Would you want a firing squad? And then I thought Brian Koberger would have died on a firing squad. Then I thought, I wonder if Mike would rather spend the rest of his life in jail or on like that was literally that was the thought process.
I'll allow it. I don't hate it.
So
yeah,
that's what's happening up here in this brain.
No, it happens in my brain just like that too. We're the same person. So I get your line of thinking. You set the table with the fucking clown in Boston, the Karen Reed thing, where you could just like pluck the conversation and force like a butt plug into the discussion. The Karen Reed thing. And so it was like, does she do that with every story where she just takes it where she wants to go for no reason? Maybe. Well,
I warned you that I was going to derail the conversation. I warned you.
You warned me that what?
I knew what I was doing. I warned you that I was going to derail the conversation.
Yeah, you did. Why?
I was doing. I was conscious of what I was doing. I warned the audience.
Yeah. I appreciate it. No, it's good. And no, it's not even questionable. Like, it's weird to me when people, since you took it here, where it's like death, but we've always heard that even life in prison gets normalized just like anything.
Yeah.
And so that you kind of get a crew in there. I'd probably roll with the white supremacists. I'd probably get a crew though. Tats.
I mean, he literally like murdered teenagers.
Yeah.
I don't know that he's going to have a crew is all
he
I'm saying.
He didn't rape children though. He didn't. There wasn't.
No, he didn't.
They seem to frown on raping of kids.
He might walk in with big dick energy. Who the fuck knows? Like, hey, I am Brian Koberger, motherfuckers. You know.
So it depends. If I was, who was the guy? What's his name? Not Murdoch, but the guy in New York that ripped off all the rich people.
Oh,
Madoff. Madoff. Thank you, Bernie Madoff. I would be fine. I would be like, nah, I'm going to sit the chair out this time for death row. And I'm just going to hang here with these guys because they end up looking up to them. And he's killing it.
Totally.
In there.
Totally. Yeah. And you're in like Club Fed. I mean, it's like pretty sweet,
right.
You know.
For me, though, I barely want to be here
that's what I'm,
where I am. Like, I consider the death penalty most days of the week like self-inflicted. Right. So, that's a no-brainer for me. I would never make it to the jail, though.
To the trial.
I'd be like, I'm out. I'm out. Yeah. No, they have no evidence on me. It doesn't matter. I'm not putting a suit on. I'm not going to the court. No. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna bow out gracefully. It's been fun. See ya. I think that's the route. That's the route I would go. What would you check out?
It depends. I don't know if it. So are we're talking life sentence, like a murder?
Yeah, you're not getting out. You're not getting out. You killed 4 people.
Well, I do think I would do well in prison. I've always thought that. However, I do think like death row is different than jail. Like death row is like pretty serious shit. Like you're not having like an enjoyable stay on death row, whereas you might be able to make staying in a regular jail somewhat enjoyable.
Yeah,
so
it's the whole Gen Pop thing. I don't think they're allowed in Gen Pop because there's no punishment above that, so you don't have something to look forward to. I believe that's how that goes.
Right.
So you wouldn't have many friends. You couldn't really hang out and play dominoes and cards and shit. And
right. And, unless they could guarantee me that I was going to meet the firing squad in like a month, like we're not going to drag you through a bunch of appeals. You're not going to have to wait like 40 years on death row. We're going to do it tomorrow. I might take it. But if I have to wait out like 20 years, I'm not trying to do that.
No, I wouldn't either. But I think that's your call. I think that you would have to give that direct to your team and be like, no, we're not exhausting all my appeals for the next 30 years. Forget it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I think if you were just like, nope, I'm good, that we could schedule this next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Let's get on.
Let me look at the schedule. Let me see what this is. We have an opening for the firing squad at 3:00 tomorrow. Would you like it?
I would put us through. I would be like, I don't need any of my appeals. Can I just request my last meal tonight? And then as soon as I'm done, I don't even want to go to the bathroom one last time. Just turn it on. Let's go. Give me the
while I'm eating my last meal, turn it on.
Last bite. As soon as I get that last bite done, I go, oh, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pull the switch. Yeah. Firing squad.
Well, how would you go? Would you want firing squad or?
I would. No, I'm terrified.
I just want the injection. I think go to sleep.
Yeah, but some of those get shaky and weird, and they're like, oh my god, he suffered for 20 minutes. Like that would suck.
Oh, no.
That one would suck. The one of like I'd be horrified if my hair lit on fire. The top of my head lit on fire. One.
Yeah,
that would stink.
What movie is that? Is that Green Mile? That happens in.
That could have been a scene in Green Mile, but that actually happened in real life.
And like they didn't put, it's not wet enough. The sponge wasn't wet enough. It was like dry.
Yeah, and his head went up in fire.
Yeah,
that would stink.
In the green.
We saw. Was it one of the original chairs, electric chairs?
We did see an electric chair.
Yeah, that thing looked like it would light your head on fire. Like it didn't look like
did we
super
see an electric?
well
We saw like a guillotine thing.
That was next to the electric chair. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
They were both there.
Yeah, it was a separate wing from the Hitler Museum, but it was same area.
Yeah. So anyway, going back.
Sorry to derail that.
No, you're good. Going back to the big beautiful bill. It now heads back to the House of Representatives to resolve the differences between their versions before it can be signed by Trump. I think they're trying to get that done before the 4th, actually. The bill extends most of the tax cuts he signed into law Trump did in 2017, including slashing rates on estates and for corporations, deductions for state and local taxes, as well as business owners are included. To pay for this, the Senate is choosing to rein in spending programs for low-income Americans. One provision requires most Medicaid recipients with children over the age of 15 to work. It also imposes more rules to qualify for health care subsidies. So I think what they're saying is if you're a healthy, able-bodied adult with not a young child, you can work. And they don't ask a lot. I think it's like 20 hours a week. They're like, you can get a gig for 20 hours a week. Just don't be a total load. Okay. Don't just be a total load on the whole system. If you've got a kid that's old enough to watch themselves at home, you don't need to be there around the clock. you can put in a handful of hours a day, and then you can have all your insurance and all that shit. That is what they're fighting against. That's when they talk about they're cutting Medicaid. Like, that's what they mean, is like expecting someone to do just the bare minimum.
Yeah.
People can take a side on that if they want, but there's a lot of those people that don't do anything and are just fine collecting mouse nuts from the government. So the president noted there's something for everyone in this big, beautiful bill. In total, the tax cut extension is estimated to cost $4 trillion from the loss of tax revenue collected by the federal government. Border security efforts will also be getting a major cash infusion, about $150 billion for increased immigration enforcement, includes $46 billion to build the wall, enhanced security measures, around $30 billion for ICE. Also, $150 billion provided to the military to create the Golden Dome for defense, U.S. shipbuilding capacity. To pay for all this, they had to cut major initiatives like Medicaid, SNAP, and green energy scams. The bill adds enhanced work requirements for Medicaid and SNAP recipients. I just explained those to you, which was expected to see over $1 trillion in spending in the coming years. Mike Johnson celebrated the passage. He's, of course, the House Speaker, and indicated the House will immediately move to consider the Senate's revisions. The House worked quickly to pass the bill before the 4th. American people gave us a clear mandate, and after 4 years of Democrat failure, we intend to deliver without delay. Not everybody's thrilled. Obviously, him and Elon Musk are fighting about it. I did like this one, though. Have you heard about the Trump accounts?
No.
This trial they're doing, this is kind of cool. And people, of course, are bitching about it. But there's a $1,000 initial contribution from the federal government that will be given if you have a kid. So for every child born, I believe it's between January 1st of 2025 through January 1st of 2029, we're going to see how this plays out. So if you and Rocky had a kid, they'd put $1,000 into a spot for that kid. And then you can add contributions up to $5,000 a year. So parents, relatives, private foundations, you can add. So there could be higher contributions. Those funds are locked until the child turns 18, with up to 50% withdrawable between ages 18 and 25, and full access by age 30. Withdrawals for approved purposes, okay? So like higher education, job training, starting a small business, first-time home purchase, and they're taxed at long-term capital gains rates. Non-approved withdrawals are taxed as ordinary income with a potential 10% penalty. So anybody with money knows about this. If you withdraw money early, they hit you with penalty. So the same sort of stuff will apply. But if that, it's kind of cool that even if you're a sack of shit and you have nothing, this money is sitting there. And then when your kid turns 18, there's 10 grand sitting there.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is like, hey, if you want to go to school, here's a little bonus. And supporters argue it promotes.
Them.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Wouldn't that be great if because I know a lot of parents that did things the right way and provided for their kids. God bless them. That when they get, I know Tooch, for instance, my boy Tooch. As soon as Jess was born, it was like he had an account set up, and it was just like a certain amount just went there. Yeah. And if he didn't care if she wanted whatever college she wanted to go to, that shit was covered. You were good. That kind of stuff that not everybody can do and not everybody does do. So supporters argue it promotes financial security, aligns children with the benefits of the free market, citing potential growth. $1,000 could grow to $8,300 in 20 years based on historical market performance. Several CEOs from Dell, Uber, Goldman Sachs have pledged to match the $1,000 for their employees' newborns. So what do people bitch about? They're pissed. They're like, yeah, well, this is going to suck, regressive structure and inequality. Poor people won't be able to have as much as it's like, yeah, but that's true of everything.
Yeah.
We don't make decisions based on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, yeah, the people that have nothing aren't going to be able to contribute extra, potentially raise money to add to this. So their take after 18 years isn't going to be as impressive as those stupid rich people's take is going to be.
Right.
Inequality. Welcome to life, man.
Yeah. I mean, my God, you're not going to like just take what you get and be fucking happy and work for the rest. Jesus Christ.
Exactly. Financial experts note the tax benefits of these accounts are less favorable than existing options like 529 college savings plans. Yeah, but those aren't automatic. That's like what Tooch did.
And like, yeah, exactly. Start your own if you want the benefit of that.
Right. You don't have to match this, but like,
right.
I'd rather that than spend it on a transgender Sesame Street in Iraq.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about billions of dollars, and I believe it's estimated to cost $3.6 billion annually. 3.6 billion. What are we even talking about? That's nothing.
Yeah, that's nothing.
I mean, so if you're talking about 3.6 million U.S. births per year on average, $3.6 billion annually, it's nothing.
Yeah.
Like, so, and those criticisms stem from analysis from brilliant places like CNN and posts on X. Ugh. Anyway, so we'll see. Not going to be perfect. Not going to make everybody happy. But for those that think, oh, these people never get anything done, they don't get anything. This is the signature thing Trump wanted to get through. It'll get nicked over the next couple days. We'll see where that plays out. But it did go through today. So moving the ball forward. RFK Jr. has claimed that health officials covered up a study that found vaccinating newborns elevated their risk of autism.
Yikes.
Oops. Dude.
Yeah, I mean, who didn't see that one coming? Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, does this shock you at all?
No,
and
it doesn't.
For the people that hate RFK Jr., it's such a weird thing. Like, I just don't get it. I don't like... Are you hoping he's right or wrong? Do you think he's lying to you? Do you think he doesn't mean what he says?
Right.
Do you think this isn't what he was going to do if he got this position?
Right.
This is kind of incredible. But anyways, he went on Tucker Carlson. I'll play a minute of it. And said this. I believe
what you would do if you wanted to find the answer, which is to compare outcomes in a fully vaccinated group to health outcomes in an unvaccinated group. And CDC did that study in 1999. They brought in a team of scientists under a Belgian researcher named Thomas Verstraeten, and they looked at the data. They looked at children who had received the hepatitis vaccine within the first 30 days of life, and compared those children to children who had received the vaccine later or not at all. And they found an 1,135% elevated risk of autism among the vaccinated children. And it shocked them. They kept the study secret, and they manipulated it through 5 different iterations to try to bury the link. And, we know how they did it. They got rid of all the older children, essentially, and just had younger children who were too young to be diagnosed. And they stratified the data, and they did a lot of other tricks. And all of those studies were the subject of that kind of trickery.
Oops. I don't know why I cut that last sentence off there. Yeah. Does that surprise you?
No, it doesn't.
Unfortunately, it doesn't surprise me either.
We all knew that. There had to be something to explain,
right?
The spike in autism rate. Like it had to be something.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't just happen in nature, randomly. And
have you looked at a chart of that spike? By the way,
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy,
insane. You'd have to be. People are so doubled and tripled down on this topic, though. I'm sorry to cut you off there, Amy. Go ahead.
No. You're good. I think we're at the point where the reason people hate RFK Jr. and they're not going to believe him is because they don't want to admit that they were duped.
Mhm.
And they've been so vocal, like, oh, it doesn't do that. And it's very difficult to admit I was wrong and
Yeah.
put myself and my family at risk. And if you think about it though, what in the fuck is your newborn getting a hepatitis vaccine for? Your newborn.
Yeah, it's crazy. I actually looked it up. It makes no sense. You get
And they just shame you into doing it at the doctor, by the way. If you're not your
it's a day
own
one. It's
advocate,
the first one they give.
yeah, if you're not your own advocate and you say, I have a vaccine schedule that I'm following, they will just move forward full steam ahead. And I mean, shame you if you don't want to do it,
Yeah. And if you look at why they're giving, like, hepatitis B is a sexually transmitted disease, and it's intravenous drug use
Right.
transmitted.
Right.
So why you would that's the first vaccine they're giving
Makes
to a
no
newborn?
sense.
None. And then to find out they buried the link between autism. Now insane. It's insane. And when you look at, so I was like, well, what is it? Why would you give this to an infant, to a newborn? It's the dumbest reason I've ever seen.
What is it?
Yeah, okay. Early protection against transmission can be transmitted from an infected mother to her baby during childbirth, which is one of the most common ways the virus spreads globally. High risk of chronic infection in infants. Infants who contract HPV are at a much higher risk of developing chronic hepatitis. So basically, if the mom has it and you don't know,
that's different. I mean, if you don't know,
if the mom doesn't know it and is pregnant and then has birth, and it could go on to the baby. It's like, well, instead of jabbing a fucking infant with a needle, how about we stick mom and find out if she's got hepatitis B first?
Right.
How about we start there?
Right.
And because if you don't have hepatitis B, you're not transmitting it to your fucking infant baby.
Right. Right.
So it's like, oh, well, I mean, if the mom's got it, it's like, well, I don't know. How about we test the mom for it first then? Seems like there's a lot of testing going on during the pregnancy stage, right? Seems like you got a 9-month window there, or maybe 6 months if you found out
like
late.
If your option is we vaccinate your baby with this thing that they don't need, or we test you to find out if you have hepatitis.
Yeah.
Test me, please. Thank you. I would actually like to know if I have it. Thanks.
And that started in like the 90s too. So it's like the link
behind it.
When you look at it looks like a skate ramp in a park. It's like, when they started pumping this shit into babies in the 90s,
is it hepatitis B?
Yeah. Vaccine. Long-term. Oh yeah. The long-term public health impact too. The vaccinating at birth contributes to herd immunity and reduces the overall prevalence of this in the population. This is very important in regions where it's an endemic, but even in low prevalence areas like the US, it helps prevent outbreaks and protects vulnerable populations. Yeah, I don't give a shit what's going on in the third world. I'm really not worried about that here. Yeah. You're going to have to give me a better reason than, like, I hope this kid makes good decisions and isn't an intravenous drug user and isn't wildly as reckless as their day was with sex when they were younger and doesn't get this thing. But other than that, no thanks. I'm on a hard pass on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just crazy to me. Were you looking something up?
I was just looking up. Yeah.
Are you looking for the graph?
No, I can though.
No, you don't have to. What were you looking up?
I was just looking up who produces the hepatitis B vaccine.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say like a TV show, and I was going to literally say.
No, this was on topic.
On topic. Okay. Yeah, that'd be interesting because it does make you think. Like, if you were a monster and didn't really care, if the risks were low, but you could fear the population into just doing it, it's basically a shame thing. It's a shame campaign, very much like the COVID vaccine, to be honest with you. That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Scare the shit out of people so they behave the way you want them to behave.
Yeah.
And it would be incredibly difficult as a parent. Like, we just automatically give authority to people. I mean, they know this. They know this, that we go, he is the doctor. He does have the lab coat on.
Right.
He's got a stethoscope. He must know what he's talking about.
Right.
And, the thought that they've abused that is just...
Who could have seen that coming?
Who could have seen it coming? And this connected world where we can kind of, put some things together.
Right.
It crashed down on them hard during COVID.
Yeah. Yeah. They fucked up during COVID for sure.
And RFK Jr. is a problem for them. But I would, these people, I hear them, if I were to ask the warden what she thinks of RFK Jr., lose her mind. And it's like, why do you think he's trying to hurt your kids? What do you think his end game is?
No, they'll be proven wrong. And that's not something that they're ready to deal with.
Yeah. I guess it's crazy. Are you prideful as an American?
Yeah.
James? Yeah, you are.
Are you?
Yep. Heck yeah, I am. Very prideful.
Yeah.
Was looking at this study in Gallup, and we've got American pride slips to a new low, and it comes on the heels of Pride Month.
I find that hard to believe. I feel like it was at its lowest in I don't know, 2020.
How do I pull up my screen? How do I screen share with you? Which one is that?
Screen that has the little arrow button facing up.
The plus one?
No, it looks like a monitor
this could be dangerous.
With an arrow pointing up.
I think I found it. Can you see that?
Yep.
You can?
Yeah.
I can't see you though. Anyway, this is the study I'm looking at here. A record low 58% of adults say they are extreme.
Make it bigger?
No. I don't know how to get out of it. Oh, this is a disaster.
Just close the screen.
I don't know how to do it. Oh, this was a big mistake. Oh no, how do I get back to you? Oh, okay, here. Yeah, I can make it bigger, I think. Like that?
Yeah, I mean, it still kind of sucks, but it's really small.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, I'll remove it. Sorry, folks.
Can you just read it to me?
Yeah, I can. I wanted to show you the graph because I actually could pull up the graph here because it shows what's really going on here. And this is like I said, Gallup, a new Gallup poll. A record low 58% of U.S. adults say they're extremely or very proud to be an American. 58% sounds rough. Down 9 percentage points from last year and 5 points below the prior low from 2020. The 41% who are extremely proud is not statistically different from prior lows of 38% in 22 and blah, blah, blah. It goes on. These findings are from recent Gallup poll, June 2nd through the 19th. Conducted before the June 21st military action in Iran. So we don't know if that affected pride in America, but it is the week of the 4th of July. So in January of 2001, so that would have been pre 9/11, when Gallup first asked Americans how proud they were, 87% said they were extremely or very proud. After the 9/11 terrorist attacks, that figure went up to 90%, and it held at that level or higher between 2002 and 2004. The percentage who were extremely or very proud dropped to 83% in 2005, but it did not vary significantly from that mark for the next 11 years. In 2017, a new low of 75% said they were proud, and national pride has deteriorated further since then. You know what? Maybe it is worth.
Started with Obama.
Yeah, and what happened in 2017? Well, Trump. And I think
Yes.
that's the overwhelming thing. Oh no. So let me see if you can see this. I know it sucks and it's but it might be worth it. Oh no, I can't see it again. Oh, that's okay. Sorry, folks. I'm really sorry. So why can't I scroll now? Oh, this is a giant mistake. Never mind. It shows that Republicans or conservatives have stayed the same through all of this.
Right.
And what has happened, what is dragging that number down is the left. The left for 10 years has been on a fucking spike downward is what you're seeing in this. So conservatives, Republicans, have stayed about the same, somewhere between 87, 92%. Like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm proud to be an American. It doesn't matter if it was Joe Biden in office. That's when it would dip to like 87%. By the end of Joe Biden's term, it was at like 87%. And then it shot up to, it shot up to 92 from Republicans who are still proud to be Americans.
Oh, yeah.
They don't throw the whole thing away because there's an asshole in the White House.
Yeah.
Even during Obama's years. It's like that election happened in 2016, and all of a sudden in 2017, Democrats went off the deep end. And you see this graph that's just like moderate people, you know how you were talking yesterday, you're just kind of level. That ranks. And then the Democrats have just fucking crashed and burned, which is what we're seeing in society. So it's a little weird, this Gallup poll. It's like, oh, it's only at this percentage. It's like, yeah, because half the people are dragging the whole thing down. Half the country's killing it.
Right.
That's what you're seeing, you know?
Yeah,
so,
and they started hating the country when Obama made it cool to hate the country.
Yeah, exactly. Other stuff going on, because these people do hate the country and they keep lashing out in the same way. I saw this. Are you going to participate in the People's Sick Day?
When's that?
Oh, it's coming up.
When?
Okay, I need help here.
Mike, why are you such an idiot with tech?
Because I've never.
How can you be so retarded?
I've never screen shared before, but it's taken away my videos. There we go. Okay. So there's a new protest coming. I've had it with the protest people. I'm sorry. Is anyone else as sick of the protest people as I am?
Yeah, it depends what they're protesting, but generally, yes.
The People's Sick Day is the new one. What if we all called off at the same time? You've given them your time, your body, your health. It's time to remind them what happens when the working class stops. A collective 3-day action, no work, no warning, no apology. Here, I'll let this idiot tell you. He's got nice tubes, though.
What if millions of us stopped working, stopped spending, and stopped producing all at the same time? There's a movement brewing. Cool. It's called the People's Sick Day, and what it is a 3-day economic blackout. That means no work, no shopping, no production, just pause. 3 days where we remind the system that without us, nothing moves. But here's the twist. We're not giving out the dates until 48 hours before because we don't want to give the corporations time to plan and stop us from having this happen. Because let's be honest, if they knew what we were planning, they'd shut it down before it even started. This isn't a protest. This is a strategic disruption to the machine that feeds off of our hard work and labor. If you want to be a part of it, go to thepeoplesickday.com, join the Discord, and join the movement. This is how we stand up against what is happening in our country. We need to shut it down. We need to shut it down. So go to thepeoplesickday.com.
Yeah, of course. She looks like she's in a nice place.
She does not work.
No, of course.
Looks like she's in a nice place. Yep. She's a stay-at-home mom.
Yep. It's the same people. I actually, it said, what happens when the working class stops? Yeah, you know what? You know what the working class has in common? They don't have time for this silliness. They're working.
Yeah, they have to work.
They're working. Yeah. They don't have time to run around to their local park with fucking prefab signs talking about how they're making radical change. Like this chick with her, you could tell she probably had her makeup done for this post. Looks like a decent place behind her. Like, what is she? These people are unbelievable. And so yeah.
Oh, so she's just encouraging people not to go to work, like no call and no show work.
I hope they get fired.
Yeah. I'm here to tell you that's not a good idea.
Yeah.
FYI, whoever's thinking of doing that, it's not a good idea, because I've got news for you. You're at-will employees and they will fire you.
I think they should. Can you imagine all the shit you could weed out?
Yeah.
You could weed out so much shit if it was just like, oh, you don't want to come to work today? Then how about you take the rest of your life off from this company? Bye.
Yeah. And you know what, like, goes a lot further if you're trying to, like, get more at work is, I don't know, having a conversation about it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is what I would like, and this is why I think I deserve it. Where
not
we at?
Trying to personally hurt the company that was nice enough to employ you. Because
it gives you benefits and pays your salary and puts a roof over your head. And
doesn't she seem fun too? Like, this is rare. These ones are usually blue-haired morons.
She's like a nightmare.
But she's kind of cute, so she can probably get away with spewing a lot of bullshit all the time because she's pretty. But yeah.
She seems like somebody that maybe I became friends with via Karen Reed, who's a Democrat.
Yeah, these are so silly to me. These we've seen these before. Like, we're not going to shop on this day. They never mean anything. It never works. I don't understand. Like, if you
never works unless you're conservatives boycotting Bud Light. that works.
Yeah, because you don't do it every day. That's why that works. Conservatives really have to want something to really make a point. And that particular one, the Bud Light one, stuck out to me at the time because it was easy to do. You really didn't have to make that much of a decision. You could target that and just be like, I'll take the Miller Lite and send that message. Even if it was owned by Anheuser-Busch or whatever, like that, you could send the Bud Light. They did send the Bud Light message. 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, no work, no warning, no apology. It's the same thing. Like, nobody pay their bills for a month. Like, like, why you'd want to fuck up the whole system if you could even pull that off, which you won't. But it's just I don't know. These people just every day this pop.
The same people crying when they get fired, and they're not going to understand why.
Yeah, exactly. Do you see J.K. Rowling's? Is it Rowling or Rolling?
I think it's Rowling.
I think it is too.
Yeah, I think it's really Rowling.
Sorry, I'm looking at other stuff coming up. J.K. Rowling is hit back after discovering that Stephen Ireland, former LGBTQ plus activist, one of these that was relentless going after her online. He's been sentenced to 24 years in prison. He co-founded Pride in Surrey and positioned himself as a champion for LGBTQ plus youth. But in April 24, he was convicted of, what do you know, sexually abusing a child. Oops.
Who could have seen that one coming?
Me. I'm the person that could have seen that coming like a mile away. But he's sexually groomed a kid on the dating app Grindr, a 12-year-old. The hell is a 12-year-old doing on Grindr?
Yeah, I'd be looking into those parents as well.
Yeah, it seems fair.
Seems neglectful.
Yeah. So this boy,
like, if you saw a 12-year-old at a gay bar, wouldn't you call the parents?
Yeah.
Like, the bartender would probably call the parents and be like, "Hey, you're hanging out at the gay bar, and you get them protective services because you let your kid come to a gay bar."
Yeah. But if he's doing it on a gay, so this would have been on the gay site Grindr or whatever. How a kid gets on Grindr, I don't know. And who knows what this
problem.
kid's. Yeah, I'd say that's a problem. And then lured him to this apartment, house, whatever, a flat, where Ireland drugged and raped the boy with the help of 27-year-old David Sutton, who received a 4.5 year fucking 4.5 years. You helped drug and rape a 12-year-old boy with this guy. Kill them both. What are we doing? Why is this guy getting 20?
Wait. This went on for 4.5 years. So is the kid 16 now?
No, that's the sentence his partner got. So you have two.
Oh.
So the one guy got 24 years. The other guy that helped him drug and rape this kid got 4.5 years.
Our justice system's so fucked up.
But this is over in Surrey or whatever, where she is.
What the fuck?
So he'll
Where's
probably
that?
be out a week. I don't know, in England, where J.K. Rowling is. So the only reason he's
they
one
can
of
get
these
locked up for fucking speech. I don't give a fuck what's going on over there. Fuck them.
Yeah, I sort of agree with you, but she's like,
plus it's
on
our
an
birthday,
island.
Mike. Fuck them.
What do you mean it's our birthday?
It's America's birthday when we seceded from those fucks.
True, but J.K. Rowling has been on an island getting destroyed by these fucking groups, and this is one of the loudest ones, sending thousands
That's funny.
of messages to her.
But
yeah, like, you're a radical TERF. Yeah, trans exclusionary radical TERF or whatever, whatever that is.
Doth protest too much.
Yeah. So she posted his picture and some of the tweets that he put out attacking her. She's like, Stephen Ireland, who targeted me with endless abuse on here because I oppose the chemical castration of children and the removal of protected spaces for women and girls, has just been sentenced to 30 years in jail for child rape. Yeah, it's actually 24 years, but yes. Disturbing details emerged in the courtroom here yesterday, June 30th. Details the victim had initially claimed to be 17, later said, I'm actually only 13. This fucking guy's response was, all right, we just have to keep that a secret. Judge Patricia Lees told Ireland, far from finding that repugnant, you found that exciting and sought to do it again. Ireland referred to the boy.
Was she wearing a wig?
Probably. Don't they all wear wigs?
I think so.
Yeah. Even the chicks wear wigs, don't they?
Do they?
It's a goofy
I'd
look.
be like, you know what? It's just actually not really working with my hair today. I'm gonna forego the wig.
Yeah.
Thank you though.
Wasn't that for some sexual reason? Like they got some disease from all the like fucking they did, that their hair was all screwed up or something. I thought that there's like some creepy reason they wore the wigs back in the day.
The what are they called over there? They're not judges, I don't think.
Magistrates.
Judges in England wearing wigs. Okay. Let's see what they have to say.
Yeah, what's the backstory?
They traditionally, it's part of their formal court attire. This practice, along with gowns, is a long-standing tradition rooted in the 17th century.
Mm-hmm.
They're particularly worn in criminal trials. The style,
like for this guy.
Yeah. Wigs were fashionable among the upper class in the 17th century, and the judges and barristers adopted the style to signify their status and authority. Judges traditionally wore full-bottomed wigs.
What does that mean?
Smaller wigs are more commonly used.
I think there's a creepy reason, too, at the root of it.
They're not often worn in family or juvenile courts to avoid intimidating children.
Oh yeah, your wig's super intimidating. Dude, someone's going to tell us.
Lawyers would wear them too.
Yeah, they wanted to be badasses.
You know what? This is one of the reasons that we are just significantly better.
Significantly.
Than the UK.
Can you imagine? Honey, I'm going to the office. Have you seen my hair hat?
Seriously, my hair hat. Exactly.
Where's my hair hat? And some bald guy throws on some ridiculous fucking hair hat to go into work to be respected. No.
And I mean, how have they not all come together at their judges' conference that I know that they go to, and be like, hey, tomorrow when we all show up to work, don't wear the wig.
No hair hats.
Just don't wear the wig. And
Yeah.
let's see what the fuck happens. Because
What are
that
they gonna
shit's
do?
hot. It's hot. It makes me sweat.
Yeah. Can you
And
imagine?
it itches, probably.
Oh, it would itch like crazy.
Yeah.
You have to comb your hair hat, throw it in the washing machine. Oh,
How
I
many
forgot
do you
to,
think you have? Like, you
Oh.
probably have to have multiple hair hats.
dude, it'd be like underwear. You get to the end of the week and it's like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm on my last hair hat and it's got a hole in the back of it. Like, that would suck.
I hate this style. The style sucks.
It does. It's always that white with the curly thing,
Yep.
the ripple effect. So yeah, this guy that was attacking J.K. Rowling, so he wants to play with. The judge said, far from finding that repugnant, you found that exciting. So when the guy was like, yeah, we need to keep that a secret that you're only 12.
Jesus.
You found it exciting and sought to do it again. Ireland referred to the boy as a 14-year-old baby who wants to play with men's bodies. He also sent explicit images of the child to that Sutton clown that only got 4.5 years and wanted the boy to join them for a threesome. That kid's life is over.
Why are we? I mean, it seems to me like that's like a lifetime sentence type thing.
Totally. Yeah,
I don't think you're rehabilitated from that.
No.
They probably. I bet they don't have life sentences over there, do they?
No, I don't think they do, even for murder.
Yeah, I think the max you can get is like 30 years or something.
I think they have life sentences for conservatives who tweet bad things. I think that one, I think you can get decades for that if you tweet something mean. But fucking kids is like, nah, you.
Oh, never mind. I lied. England does have life sentences. England has one of the highest rates of life imprisonment in Europe. Judges must impose a life sentence for murder convictions.
Well, their convictions aren't harsh enough for child rape. That's for sure. Yeah. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
I mean,
These
they could have
people-
given a life sentence. The court has that discretion for other serious offenses like rape.
Yeah.
But you know
Crazy.
what? Judges suck, generally. They just suck. Like, if that were me, you want to be the one responsible for putting some monster back out on the street to hurt another kid?
Yeah,
Like,
he's learned his
what?
lesson.
I mean,
No.
and you can look at it on a case-by-case basis. Clearly, there's a big difference between, the guy who's 19 and is sleeping with his 17-year-old girlfriend, and the parents get pissed, and now it's statutory rape, and you're in jail, right? Like, clearly, that's not a life sentence. Clearly, that's not a 30-year sentence. Clearly, that person can be rehabilitated. But in this type of situation, what
Does
are we
he even
doing
need
here?
rehabilitation? The
Well, no,
19-year-old
no,
banging the
of course
16-year-old?
not. Of course not. But you get what I'm saying. I mean,
I do.
it's not just like, sex with a minor and you're gone forever, because there's like the example I just gave. You could be 19 and having sex with a 17-year-old. So like, that's different than what you just explained. And the fact that the accomplice only got 4 years is fucking wild.
Yeah, dude, they found this kid on Grindr, brought him back to the flat. We're watching gay porn and doing meth with the kid. Something laced with meth, and then raping him. Like,
It's fucked up.
no, there's no coming back from that in society. I'm sorry. Like, why are we even having a discussion? It should be given a different term almost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it should be given a different term equivalent to murder. Like, you're done, dude. Sorry. We're not having the discussion in the same courtroom as the 20-year-old with a 16-year-old girlfriend, the 19-year-old with a 16-year-old girlfriend. Like, no, we're not doing that. That is so fucked up. And then this guy starts all kinds of LGBTQ plus IA. We're marginalized people. He's the fucking creep weirdo in a rainbow thong dancing on Woodward. hi, we're marginalized, love us. Fuck off, dude.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
a huge creep, and it doesn't shock any of us that you've gone the next step to this type of shit.
Yeah.
The loudest ones scream. I'm just done with these people.
They're always doing what they say they're not.
Yeah. How dare they? I mean, they've tried to ruin J.K. Rowling's life.
Well, good thing she's a fucking billionaire.
Yeah.
If
totally.
I were J.K. Rowling, I would literally say anything
she
ever
did.
wanted to.
That's why I like her. I'm not even a Harry Potter guy, but I'm like, that bitch doesn't care. She goes balls out. She doesn't mince words. She doesn't play games. But this idea, because if you look at the beginning of when this dust up happened, when they're like, oh my God, she hates trans people. She was like, hey, by the way, can we have some protected women's spaces where these guys can't saunter into it? Because, we're humans and we know human behavior, and you can't guarantee that there's not some absolute creeps that are going to take full advantage of these pathways to creepdom that you're giving them, this free pathway. And that's not okay. These girls behind me aren't comfortable with it, no matter what they're willing to say publicly. It stops here. And they've almost killed her. They've killed her career over it, her cast. Her cast is turned on her. Those fucking pussies.
Fuck them.
Yeah, totally. I mean, how ungrateful. Like, she literally handed them superstardom for life, cult following, and they shit all over her. For guys like this were the loudest ones. The guy that was doing meth and watching gay porn and raping a 12-year-old boy. Yeah, that one. That's who's on your team fighting against J.K. Rowling. I think we're sticking across the pond. Is Lorde from across the pond? Are you a big Lorde fan?
No, Mike.
You're not?
I mean, I know a couple of her songs, but no, I'm not a big Lorde fan.
I don't know any of her songs. I just fucking asked. What's with the attitude? She's no Motley Crue.
I don't understand why we're doing so many fucking stories about our neighbors across the pond when it's our birthday.
Because it's not our birthday yet. She's got a new album coming out, and this is
Royal.
Oh yeah, Royals. That's the inside cover.
What in the actual fuck am I looking at?
Come on, dude. Like, you don't have a pair of clear pants?
Why are people so weird?
I don't know.
Like, what is that? Do you know how bad?
That's her vagine.
That had to have hurt. There's like a zipper. And
I know.
There's like hair there.
Yeah, I could see it. Can you see it?
Yep.
Yeah. Would you want a pair of pants like that?
I don't think so.
I might get you a pair and send them to you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mike.
These artists.
Can you please take that off? I do not need to look at that anymore.
Yes, you do.
No,
yes, you do. Sorry. So hold on. It's on a play. There we go. I didn't even know what Lorde looked like.
Well,
it sort of looks like
looks like
a femboy, but kind of nice titties.
Yeah.
Gotta be honest with you.
Yeah, definitely a femboy.
And then, so this is the album. I want to get one. I collect
What is
vinyls.
that? Like her cervix or something?
Yeah. So this is like an X-ray of her vagine, and then inside is that picture that I started with.
Wow. How artistic of her.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah. Like what she went to the gyno and she's like, can I actually get a copy of that X-ray you just did of my uterus so I can use it as my fucking album cover? Cool, thanks.
Yeah. The debate is like, what's the big deal? Well,
it's not a big deal, but it's just like it's just not also stupid. So there's that.
I agree. Hey, it's not my album cover. For all I knew, you were going to be like, dude, I love Lorde. She's awesome. I can't stop playing that Royal song. Great.
Mike, when did that song come out, do you think?
It's kind of a dope song, though.
But when do you think it came out?
Okay. When did Royals come out? 2019.
2013.
Seriously? Yeah. That song's from 2013?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to be like, dude, shut up. It was 2023.
No, I knew it was like way back. That's why you were like, yeah, I think, you're sitting there playing Royals. Like that song was out when I was like fucking graduating from college.
Yeah. Wow.
Maybe a little after that.
I think of Lord and I just think of the South Park episode. Did you see the South Park episode where Randy claimed that he was Lord? And it was totally, it's too long of it was an entire episode plot. It might've been multiple episodes. I know I'm going to zoom in on that photo. Yeah, dude. Yeah. No, I appreciate it. You chicks want to like, I've always been for the Free the Nipple campaign. If Lord wants to show her box to the world, I don't have a problem with it. It's cool with me. It's hilarious. I don't know if a guy could get away with that. Like if I just showed my balls on an album cover, I think they'd put me away.
Yeah.
But you guys can do that. Flash your box, show some titties, and it's artistic.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, you could probably do it like, but it'd have to be like super zoomed in. Like people think they're looking at like a brain or something. And then, but once it zooms out, it's like really your ball sack.
Yeah. Yeah. I know people have done that with buttholes. Like super tight shot. Yeah. Yeah.
Like Hope Solos.
Yeah. Hope Solo's another good one. Yeah. If you get super tight shots of that blown out disaster. I know. It is what it is.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah. I saw her butthole and I liked it.
I liked it.
I love that guy.
What was that guy's name?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me that. He was the red sweater guy who asked
the red sweater guy from the debate or from the town hall. Was it a Hillary Clinton town hall? Someone's going to remember it in the chat.
Yeah. And you know what? When you looked at that guy, Ken, was it Ken?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Just taking one look at him and it's like, that guy looks at butthole pictures and likes it. I know it. I just know it. You can tell, can't you? Just by looking at the guy, you're like, yeah. What did that come out from? Was that that was in reference to the fappening? Was that the Sony?
Like a bunch of like Hollywood Apple people. Accounts got hacked. I feel like of Hollywood people. And I think someone saw it on like his Reddit or something. Yeah. Like he said it on like Reddit. What the fuck was his name?
Ken something.
Red sweater guy.
Who asked a great question about oil fields
Town
or something.
Hall. Ken Bone.
How did we forget Bone? Dude, I was thinking Ken Burns, but I knew it wasn't Ken Burns.
How the fuck did we forget Ken fucking Bone?
Ken Bone. Yes. God, I should dig up that story.
This guy?
Yeah, look at him. He absolutely looks at celebrity butthole pictures and likes it.
He does. He was born in 1982.
Really?
He looks way older than that.
Way older. Yeah.
Wow, that was 2016?
Yeah.
Or was it 2020? No, oh my God.
No. Definitely 2016. Hilarious.
That
Hilarious.
Is so funny.
Speaking of celebrities, was Jennifer Aniston in that dump? Or was it just the Jennifer you mentioned? I don't think
she was, no.
I don't know. People are getting scammed a lot. I don't know if you've seen this. I'm lucky. I have AA, Ron. So anytime I get something that's like, oh, you're going to lose all your stuff, I just send it to him and I'm like, am I in trouble? And he's like, no, idiot. You're fine.
You're such a dipshit.
I am. He's like, the last one I sent him, he just replied and went, you don't even have a Samsung account.
Right, Mike.
And I was like,
and AA Ron's probably like, can you not forward this shit to me and like infect my fucking phone, asshole?
I like screenshot it a lot of times. Okay. He's like, you don't have a Samsung account, right? I'm like, yeah, but still, Samsung's saying I'm in big trouble here. All my stuff's been leaked. I don't know what they know.
You know what they do at large corporations, Mike, like the one that I work for, which is wonderful, by the way. I enjoy working there very much. But what they do is they will send out like fake phishing emails like that as a test to like see if the employees fail or not.
It's called Find the Big E. They're
Yeah,
trying
really
to find
is.
that guy at the company who's like, what? Okay, I'll send you $200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I was in a meeting with the guy who isn't like in charge of that. And I was like, and he once was sent out while I was in a meeting with him. And I was like, you are not fooling me on this one. And he was like, well, a lot of people are getting fooled right now because I see them clicking on it.
Really? So what is it? Don't open it or?
Or you open it and you click the link that's in it.
You open it and what?
Click the link. Like if it's like reset your password and you click the link or whatever.
Yeah, the ones that are scary, because this is going to get so bad. I'm sorry, folks, but it is. The AI stuff that they're doing, like that story we had a while ago about the woman who got called and it was her daughter's voice, screaming for help. Like there's no, and your daughter could be upstairs in her bedroom, but it sounds so real. Like in that panic moment, I can totally see how some parent would give up information, whatever. But this guy here revealed he was conned out of $200 by what he thought was a heartfelt message from Jennifer Aniston. Sir, Jennifer Aniston does not need $200 from you. Like they're walking amongst us.
And why are you like, don't you take that one to the grave with you? Don't you?
Right. Yeah, you do.
Like, it's not like you lost your life savings and you need a GoFundMe or something for some help and you have to disclose it. Like $200, I'm taking that one to the grave.
Yeah.
That was my bad. I'll deal with God
this.
on that one. Yeah.
Paul Davis fell victim to a disturbing new wave of AI scams after being bombarded with messages from deep fake celebrity accounts on social media. That means, Paul, you clicked on the first one and they went, we got a live one. Paul's a real boob. He'll bite eventually. The unemployed man said he was relentlessly targeted by AI-generated videos, including ones that appeared to feature Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, and even Jennifer Aniston herself. Dude, so you've picked up on the other ones being fake, but then you thought for some reason Jennifer Aniston reached out to you looking for an Apple gift card?
Like you're just this unemployed dude sitting on your computer. And you just think like Jennifer Aniston's hitting you up, sliding into the DMs so she can get an Apple gift card or something. Like what? How does that happen? How do you not just go? Okay, well, clearly this isn't Jennifer Aniston, right?
Yeah. Paul,
like I don't know. Maybe start by clicking on her profile and see that they have like 3 followers.
Well, they're sending like fake, like Jennifer sent him her driver's license image. And it's like, well, nobody could AI create a Jennifer Aniston license.
So this guy thought Paul thought Jennifer Aniston was sending him an image of her license.
Yeah. I think I might be able to show it to you. Here's Paul.
It's Big E.
Yeah, there he is. I mean, it looks sort of real.
What in the fuck? Of course, that's what he looks like.
Of course it is. He wanted to believe so bad. What time will you send it to me, my love? Are you there, my love? My subscription's about to expire. Can you send me the $100 Apple card to purchase, my love? I will later. Bye. Oh, Paul. Thank God he's unemployed.
I mean, what time will you send it to me, my love? Are you there, my love? My subscription is about to expired.
Yeah.
My subscription is about to expired.
She's typing
sounds just
fast.
like her.
Yeah.
Sounds just like her.
Yeah.
And look, it's Jennifer 2 at the top. Like he has multiple phone numbers for Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer. And as if you wouldn't put Aniston as the last name. So there's the idea. That's not bad. What? I got her. Please be careful and stop liking any of my pictures on any fake account. It's going to put you in trouble. And don't comment too. Okay, hon? Now have you... have found me. You have to block and delete all the fake account you're chatting with. I don't want anything to hurt you, please. All right, cool. I'm on it. It's just me and you from here on out, babe. Oh, Paul.
Like, what in the... And he just put all this out. I need to see more. I need to see more messages. I want to see them all. Are there more?
Okay. There's these. Well, you can look them up. Let's see if there's more. No, see, Aaron just put him in a loop. There he is. So I've got fake videos from Jennifer Aniston asking me for $200 and saying she loves me. Paul believed the message was real and sent the money in the form of non-refundable Apple gift cards. I've paid $200 and I was bitten. Once bitten, twice shy. His quote.
Oh, he didn't.
Yes.
No.
Swear to God. That guy in that picture, that was his quote. Once bitten, twice shy.
Oh my God.
This is one of the ones.
Oh my God. That is so funny.
Hello, dear winner, Paul Davis. I know you
There he
might be
is. surprised,
surprised, I don't actually make videos to winners, but it's okay. This is not a scam.
This is when the real Paul Zuckerberg or Zuckerberg sent him and told him he won $500,000 in a new truck. This is not a scam. I'm not.
He must have just been thinking like, holy shit, what a day I'm
This
having.
is amazing. It only cost me $100 in gift cards to my dear love, Jennifer Aniston, and now I'm getting $500,000 in a truck from the Zuck.
Oh. Oh. I'm sweating. I'm laughing so hard.
He was sent a certificate from Facebook claiming he'd won.
Look at that.
I don't know if I'm buying it.
Oh my God.
So he was sent a certificate from Facebook claiming he'd won $500,000 and a car. In reality, it was this. It was a digital fake created by by AI.
Hello, dear winner.
Oh my God.
Let's see if you would have been like.
Oh my God. Oh, he's a British man. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Staying across
We're
the
across the
pond.
pond. There's dipshits everywhere. There's something with those eyes. I don't know that I'm buying the eyes.
Yeah.
AI needs to work a little harder because I'm not buying this one. Let's see if you would have bit. Like if this was Mark Zuckerberg coming to your computer.
Okay.
Hello, dear winner, Paul Davis. I know you might be surprised, I don't actually make videos to winners, but it's okay. This is not a scam, believe me. I just don't want you to miss out this privilege because I know how useful the cash is to you and your family. I'm a man of God with God-fearing heart. I can never cheat on another person's sweat. But trust me, the word of God says many sorrows shall be to the wicked. But he that trusteth in the Lord, mercy shall compass him about. Psalm 30:10, you will give a testimony by the time you receive your winning Range Rover and your cash. And also I want to assure you that our conversations are completely secure and trustworthy. You're communicating directly with me, the genuine person, not an impersonator. My duty is to assist you, and I require your trust and cooperation.
It's not bad. It's not perfect.
I can't. I'm literally crying. I'm crying.
Well, poor Paul. Once bitten, twice shy, but that's it.
Oh my God, look at that. That is the worst fucking AI I've ever seen.
And then he fell for this one. I love you. Oh, Paul. There's one born every minute.
Look at that guy.
Yeah, what is going on?
That's exactly what I envisioned him looking
Yeah,
like.
what's going on behind those eyes, between those ears?
Oh my God. Oh my God. I will later buy.
What time will you send it to me, my love?
I will later buy.
I will later. Bye. Are you there, my love? My subscription is about to expire.
Like, that's how E would text. I will later buy.
Yeah, I will later buy.
Oh my God.
So the timestamps.
That was funny.
1 minute, 4 minutes later, 1 minute later, and then he finally responded, I will later buy.
I mean, where do you think these people are sitting? And like, I can't even imagine. They're just like probably all sitting in an apartment somewhere, just fucking with this dude.
Daily Mail had this as an exclusive. See if you can pull up the story. If you do Jennifer Aniston, deep fake Jennifer Aniston, AI, Paul. I bet there's more. I bet there's more writing from Jennifer Aniston on their pictures. I could be wrong. So
does it make a difference that he only was lost hundreds of pounds and not hundreds of dollars?
Well, what's a couple hundred pounds?
Mm-hmm.
Is that like $50? Still, the Paul, it's big. It's big bucks.
Man, the unemployed man who suffers from
Yeah, I'd be depressed too.
If I fell for that,
pull the story
relentlessly targeted. Relentlessly.
Yeah. Yeah, I was once bitten, twice shy. Don't forget. I've got fake videos from Jennifer Aniston. I thought it was real. Oh my God.
First of all, the person who wrote this story's name is Lettuce. And I just feel like Lettuce didn't ask the tough questions. Like, how fuck did you fall for this? Okay, this is my driver's license. You texting with real Jennifer. Hang on. Hold, please.
He's receiving dozens of messages every day with scammers trying to fool him into thinking he's won a special prize, from a cash windfall to a luxury Range Rover to a 4x4.
This says, in one particularly cruel twist, Davis was sent an image of what looks like her license. This is my driver license. You texting with the real Jennifer Aniston, okay? Don't go to Facebook to reply anyone anymore. Don't comment on any page so you don't get into problems. Okay, I see what you mean.
I see what you mean.
With
two question marks. Click on that and scroll through their pictures. If you click on that picture, you should be able to just scroll through the images. So there's 13 images there. Okay. See if there's more from Jennifer. Yeah. God, it's such a dead giveaway to normal world people. When you see the misspellings, like they jump out like crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what? You don't think Jennifer Aniston speaks proper fucking English?
Yeah. Or that she's reaching out across the pond to you, Paul, for a $100 gift card. Doesn't seem weird at all.
I think I'm going to reach out to Paul.
Yeah. So, if you should be able to.
I'm trying, Mike.
Well, you stink.
This is going very slow.
Yeah. Oh, Paul. Do you feel bad for Paul at all? Because the world can't be filled with geniuses.
Oh, my God. I mean, oh, wait. Here's one. Look at the fuck. Jesus Christ. No, I don't feel bad for Paul. I don't.
Okay.
I just don't. Right.
Well, he's depressed.
This was the message he got.
All right.
Jennifer Aniston at jennifer.aniston.2006. Definitely her. Hey, congratulations. Yeah. Emoji. My database randomly selected you as one of luckiest winner on my Facebook page, and you got a prize of $300,000. Kindly provide your active call phone number and your home address where your money package will be delivered to you.
All right.
he
So
was
far,
like-
I
Okay.
oh God.
Oh no.
God. Oh,
My
no.
fan card. Okay, I'll read her. You read him. My fan card isn't 500.
Yeah, they asked for more. I got a cheap one.
They gave you fake one, not just cheap.
Yeah, I got nothing.
My fan card is 200.
Yeah, they asked for more Apple cards.
Don't worry. I will personally make sure you get my fan card. And because of this, I will let my manager accept $100 from you.
I don't take risks no more. Remember that whole once bitten, twice shy thing.
All right, you know what? You're not going through my manager. Get 100 and I can't read that. Oh, what's the oh my
Hey, Paul. Oh, Paul. Hello, Paul.
good evening.
Good evening. I say this to prove to you I'm real. Ellie. Oh, is this a supermodel that's just reaching out to say what up, Paul?
Paul must have just thought he hit the lottery.
He hit the jackpot. Wait till Mark Zuckerberg circles. Wait till that thing circles in.
In a similar case, Janet Smith, 62, genuinely believed she was talking to genuinely thought she was talking to Take That singer Gary Barlow for about a week.
Yeah.
After she added him as a friend on Facebook.
Yeah.
The fake
There
Gary
he is.
bombarded her with compliments and messages and said he had split up, which Janet took to mean from his wife.
Ugh.
Screenshots. Ugh. I was going through my likes and comments, and my heart chooses you, and your profile really attracted me. So I decided to get these private account just to text my fan because my manager has access to my official account. I hope you can keep this a secret between us.
What did she say to that?
Just FYI, this is her.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. Ugh. That's going to be me one day, dude.
A scammer duped a French woman into paying out hundreds of thousands of pounds after convincing her they were Brad Pitt with reels of AI generated images.
There he is. There's our guy.
Oh my God. This is something else.
Incredible.
Oh, wait. Hang on. We got to hear more quotes from Paul. Paul explained it's been going on for about 5 months. I thought people would get into trouble for this, but these people seem to be having a laugh and getting away with it.
Yeah, people like us are having a bit of a laugh, Paul.
He said someone I know has spent over $1,000 on Apple gift cards, aka you have, Paul. You have.
Yeah, you have, Paul. Or he's teaming up with people. He's found the biggest losers in the world and he's teamed up with them.
Struggling with his mental health and unable to work, Paul admits the scams are taking a toll. I can't keep taking that.
I can't take that sort of hit. Dude, you needed to keep this to yourself, Paul.
I cannot. Yeah, and like Paul decided I'm going to just reach out to the fucking Daily Mail about this.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude.
That is.
You don't feel bad for Paul at all, do you?
No, I don't. I genuinely do not. Because, like, how stupid can you be?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's going to get so much worse, though, because they're going to. I'm convinced it's going to get indecipherable. And when they start, like, there's going to be a portion of society that that thinks that Jennifer Aniston needs $100 Apple gift card from them, and there's a sucker born every minute. This is going to get really bad when it absolutely can mimic, like it can, your kid, your mom. I don't know what we do about this, but this is going to get so much worse, so much worse. We'll enjoy the Pauls of the world,
Yeah.
but. All right. Should we do a couple emails and get out of here?
Sure.
All right. Let's see. Hello, all. Just finished poem 1996, and you're reminiscing about crossing the border after being grossly overserved in the local Windsor establishments. I, too, made that same journey many times and never was hassled at the border either. Flash forward a few years, and as luck would have it, I was working the border as a U.S. Customs inspector, dealing with carloads of drunk punks coming back from Canada. I found out quickly that the reason you, me, nor anyone else ever got stopped for being shit-faced was simple. We weren't allowed to stop people for that. As it was explained to me by my supervisors, when I did stop an inebriated individual, exactly on what day of the U.S. Customs Academy were you taught to identify when a person is under the influence? So that's what they said to him. Since the answer was that we received no training on that, we didn't stop drunks. With one exception, 1 or 2 weekends a year, the Michigan State Police, Wayne County Sheriff's Office, Detroit PD, and the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office would gather the media at the border to show how tough they were on drunk driving. Then we were allowed to refer someone to speak with police if we felt they were under the influence. I totally remember those campaigns. Do you remember?
That's crazy.
Do you remember seeing those?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
And I can't remember if those were like public service. It was probably a mix of stuff, public service announcements, or if they were, because they. Do you remember the drunk driving commercials where they would show the stops? I sort of remember those.
No.
But I definitely remember them doing those on the weekend. And I think they would send out like press releases to media, like on TV, like, oh, this weekend, be careful. And it was just like, you'd have to be a real idiot to try to get hammered and cross the border on that weekend when they were doing their show of force. But that makes sense that it was kind of, Yeah. Do you remember that? I mean, did you go to Canada, you said?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did. I sure did.
Yeah. Anyway.
I've had some time over in Canada.
Anything you'd like to tell us about?
I don't know, Mike. Maybe on a member show one day. Mike, look at this. This human-sized robot was casually walking down 7 Mile. And people were like, stopping.
I love these guys.
Well, imagine seeing that. Imagine seeing that.
On, pal? Dude.
And he just starts like running. Look at this. This car just like comes to a straight stop.
Yeah.
And he's waving. He's waving.
How's it going, friend? Hi, friend. Yeah, there's one. Okay. Let me see if I can.
I'm gonna go this way now. Oh, I'm running.
Here I go.
I look at the.
Yeah, there's one of these. Let me see if I can find the picture. Maybe I can, and I can show you.
When can I get a fucking robot to clean my house? That's what I want to know.
Dude, I'm driving on the road and there's...
Because the second that I can, I'm getting
See
one.
that guy?
Holy shit, that looks like a transformer.
It is. Is that Bumblebee? It's fucking huge, dude. That is like a story. 2 stories. It's massive. It's on a corner around here. It's been there for a couple months. This giant transformer Bumblebee. And it's super real looking. But yours is even cooler. Cool, he's walking around. He's waving.
He's running.
Yeah. Dude, I love those.
I mean, imagine driving down 7 Mile in Detroit and you just see this fucking robot walking.
Is there an explanation for what he's doing there or why?
I guess there's like a robot conference or something happening in Detroit, and people were just fucking around with their robots.
And what, he walked out for a smoke break or something? What, like, why is he outside?
Yeah, I think the guy that was controlling the robot was out there too. But he was just like,
did you see that video of the one, I think it was in China or something, where the robot was like, started freaking out and went ape shit like a month ago?
Yeah, and was that the one where he wanted to break out with his other robot friends? Yeah.
It's T2, dude.
We're fucked.
Yeah. Can you show me that video again? I love these guys when there was like, oh, they're doing backflips now.
I know. Well, hang on, Mike.
Sorry. What did that just pull up in your
That's
feed or
okay.
something?
Do you have any other emails?
Yeah. You didn't get nailed at the border because our authority. So this is from someone else. You didn't get nailed at the border because our authority ends at the citizenship question unless you're suspected of serious contraband. Normally, hammered 19-year-olds aren't running vast quantities of drugs or guns. The worst would be calling the local cops to come get you, which they always decline to do. Bottoms up. Yeah. So basically, unless you're a dickhead, that's why. We weren't fooling anyone. My guess is from talking to some of these guys or hearing from some of them. There it is. What's going on in his head right now?
Look at those people just stop.
Hey, how's it going?
Waving.
Is he waving at the kids across the street?
I think so.
Dude, this is such a hazard to have this thing walking around the street. People are going to rear end each other. Need a hand mowing the lawn?
Like, what can this thing do?
Hey, he's maxed out.
That's sweet, bro.
He shakes some
my God.
hands.
I need one of
I need one of them. He's just aimlessly walking about, making friends.
Fucking good.
Yeah, I want to know if he can talk.
This guy just seems like mind blown right now. He's running away.
He's running. There's a black guy over here. Get away.
See, that's the guy controlling it in the white. He's just running down the sidewalk in Detroit.
That's awesome. That's great.
But seriously,
That's
I want
dangerous.
a fucking robot that will clean my house. That's like all I want.
Josh says that Guam conversation was hard to listen to.
Because we didn't know where it was.
Yeah. People took issue with our Guam conversation. I hate when
Who
this
the
happens.
fuck knows where Guam is?
People do. We didn't.
Well, so do we now.
Mike and Amy, I'm
We do
watching
not
your
do.
podcast. Weird. You two are talking about Guam. My wife was dating a guy in college who was from Micronesia. He went to Michigan State because his father did. Anyways, when he flew home from Lansing, he'd have to fly to LA, then to Hawaii, then to Guam, the closest international airport to his home, then to his island. Fun fact, the movie Blue Lagoon was shot on his island, and he went to high school on Truck Island. Truck Island is filled with nothing but sunken ships and fallen World War II planes. Crazy. By the way, Amy has made this show so much better. Sorry, Mike. Well, screw you, Doug.
Did he actually say that? That's nice.
Yeah.
Doug seems to know a lot about his wife's ex-boyfriend.
Yeah. And since he said something nice about you and not me, I'm going to say that dude was balls deep in the wife.
But
Guam and
she
everywhere.
chose Doug. She chose
Yep.
Doug because Doug is a better dude than the dude from Micronesia or wherever the fuck.
Doug
he's from.
likes you. And trust me, not everyone does. Not everyone
well, the
does.
feeling's fucking mutual, okay?
They get mad that you get mad. All right. So we're not going to talk to Turtle Boy tomorrow.
No, but we will soon. He's doing his show right now, so I'm sure he'll message me later and let me know a date.
Okay. Sounds
But
good.
yeah, I mean, you'll be around, I guess, so we could do it even over the weekend or something.
Yeah, we can figure something out.
All right, cool.
But we'll be back tomorrow. Walters at DetroitCast.com. If you want to send an email, feel free.
When do I
We'd
get
love
an
hearing from you.
email?
Yeah, do you want me to have Aaron hook you up with an email?
Yeah, I
think
want
he's the
email.
one
I
that's
want
put 'em
people
together.
to email me because I am going to be way more fun to talk to than Mike is.
Yes, I don't respond to people. I just read them.
Yeah.
So I don't
I
usually
mean, I guess
respond to
people know how to message me, but
No, I know it's kind of dated doing the whole email thing, but
yeah.
emails are fun. People like emails typically. I should just open it up to all, wherever you reach me, DM, just read those, because I don't usually read a ton of that stuff, but I should. It's just, but yeah, email's kind of dated, but hey, reach out however you want, and I'll get Amy an email too, and then you can write her and be like, "Meh." You can bitch to
Mike
her about how
sucks.
much
This show sucks with Mike.
this show stinks with Amy. She's ruining everything. You can fucking tell her to her face.
Bring it.
Yeah. All right. Have a great day. What's your shirt say, by the way?
Mean tweets, not war.
Oh, all right. I like it. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. We'll be back tomorrow. We will see you then. Bye, Ames.
See ya.